Good morning, friends. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic in project management, project stakeholder management. So who is a stakeholder? A stakeholder is a person who has a stake in a project. In other words, he has a vested interest in the project. Either he is impacted by the project or he impacts the project. A very big project in Delhi was the Delhi Metro. And as you know, Delhi being a state which has so many regulatory bodies, the project was a success because the important stakeholders were on board the projects. And we have seen in so many cases the projects could not meet its objectives because the important stakeholders were not on board the project. Now I will tell you a tool which is in the PM body of knowledge, the PMBOK, which helps us to analyze the stakeholders in a project. So if you look at the screen, we have a grid which is based on power of a stakeholder and interest of a stakeholder. Now what is power? A stakeholder has power if he has influence on the resources. He has the power to reward, he has the power to punish, he has the power to give clearances. So we rate a stakeholder with high power who has power over resources, approvals, finance, budget. Interest. Sometimes the stakeholders are powerful but they don't have an interest in the project. Suppose there is an environmental project or a social project. So the stakeholder may have power but he may not be interested in the end objectives of that project. So whatever stakeholder list we get initially by talking to various peoples, to stakeholders and getting all the documents about the project, we need to put them in one of these four grids. The most important stakeholders are those stakeholders with high power and high interest. These are the stakeholders we need to manage very closely. These people can damage the project, they can take the project and make it also the project power to make it successful. Then there are certain stakeholders which have low power and low interest. So these people we need to monitor and just with a minimum effort. The third category of people are people who have a high power but at this stage they may have a low interest. But these people can suddenly become highly interested in the project. So they have high power, but at this stage of the project, they may be having a low interest on the project. So we need to keep them informed, keep them in the good nick. The fourth category of the people are those who have a high interest in the project, but they don't have any power. So these people also we need to monitor, but we just need to, the word is keep them satisfied. I hope this analogy is clear. And now once we do an exercise as a case study, we'll take a project. So currently we are, as a case study, we have the flyer project in Chennai. So we will look at the stakeholders and we will try to map them in each of these four quadrants. Thank you.